I mean, it's kind of like I said before. I mean, we're so versatile in offense. We got so many different weapons. I said it, and that's never going to be our problem. I feel like, in my opinion, is offense. As long as we continue to keep getting better each game with our defense, and continue to learn, I feel like we should be set.
Nigel, you've talked about playing with Jalen. Obviously, you guys have plenty of wrestling practices. Just in a couple games, can you just talk about maybe what it's looking like to you these couple games that you guys have played together?
Yeah, it's a really dynamic backcourt. I would say for sure. The ability for both of us to be able to shoot the ball from anywhere on the court, and just kind of playing off each other. Using him to he creates for me, I create for him, and things like that. And then we also be able to create for other of our teammates and things like that. So it kind of makes it hard to guard. His scoring ability really stretches the floor for everybody else, and then we got Lid and stuff inside. So kind of counterbalances everything, where we got the inside presence and the outside at the same time.
Is there something you did in the offseason to either learn Jalen's game the best you could before he got here and all your other teammates? Did you watch stuff? Did you talk to? How did you kind of maybe speed up that process? Or did
Yeah, I mean, it started way back when we was recruiting everybody. I mean, I know Jalen, from way back just because we're both from Indiana, but everybody else kind of watching film before they got there. And then Coach L put us, we played a lot of, scrimmages and things like that where we mismatched the teams. We did different things. We scrimmaged a good amount, so I was able to learn a lot of guys in a short amount of time just because, we played so much over the summer and the offseason.
What kind of changed today after that first time out? You guys kind of took off after that first minute time out. What changed? I mean,
yeah, we just had to pick up our energy level, honestly. We were a little dead. They came out ready to play, and we knew they would do that. And we were just able to pick it up, and things were able to turn around for us.
How key is it that you guys knew each other from Indiana, and the headband thing, is that, who came up with that idea?
Me.
Nah, I think you
Is
copied
that
me.
like the Indiana headband,
Nah. Coach L actually never let nobody wear headbands before until this year. So when we were able to get it, that's why I kind of put it back on. But I used to wear headbands at Kansas State, so I think he used to wear headbands too at his old school. So when we were able to get Coach L, we were telling him like, hey man, it's a different era now. We got hair, long hair and stuff like that. The hairband kind of helps, and he's like, if the team agrees with it, you can wear it. So we were able to wear it this year. So I guess it's kind of our thing.
and then how important is it that how well did you guys know each other in Indiana? I mean, were you friends, or you saw each other on the AU circuit, or were you actually friends?
Yeah, we played against each other a good amount of times. We never were on the same team. We kind of like knew of each other for sure, but we kind of like weren't in the same part of Indiana, so it's kind of a little different for us. But I definitely knew of his game, and then when he was transferred here, we got closer.
And Jalen, how about you? How much did you know about him?
I knew a lot about him just watching Indiana basketball and stuff. He went to a really good school that won a lot of games. So I've watched him a lot, and I've also watched him at Kansas State. So.
Does that help you guys now with your chemistry on court together?
For sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Jalen, what was working for you tonight offensively?
I felt like my teammates got me some good open shots. All my shots felt like in rhythm and like off kickouts and stuff. So I got some good open shots.
What's this transition? We've talked about transition since you've been here. It's very unlikely you're going to get 16 shot attempts a game like you did last year. How have you kind of learned in the offense, when to take shots and just kind of that balance? And obviously, I'm sure coaches want you to be aggressive as well.
Yeah, I actually find it a lot easier when you're playing with such good players that can make plays for you and you can make plays for them. So I don't have to take as tough of shots. I can get easier shots, and I can help other guys get easy shots as well.
you talked about picking it up and having a little bit more energy after that first time out. Is like a 2 p.m. tip-off on a Sunday, NFL Sunday, whatever. Is that kind of hard, to kind of get up for a game?
I mean, we definitely are going to have earlier games, so that can't be an excuse at all, just because of the time. 2 p.m. is actually not even early at all, so we should be ready to go. It's just something we just didn't come out ready for, and it's something we're going to have to talk about. Like, hey, we can't, put ourselves in holes, especially as we move further and further down the line this year. But yeah, we definitely didn't come out how we should have, and we talked about it. We told each other, we held each other accountable. We were to come back out and pick it up.
Jalen, having an inside presence like Lynn, someone who can command double teams, a lot of defensive attention, just how much does that open up for you as a shooter, and then just for the rest of the offense as a whole, in your opinion?
Yeah, so they have to double him every catch, or he's probably going to score or get fouled. So it makes it a lot easier for kick out threes and stuff like that.
I guess also just kind of your synergy with Lynn, just on ball screens and pick and rolls and such. Just how is that? How have you guys meshed on the court, as players?
Yeah, so Lynn is really good in pick and roll. You can, like, throw it to him and come back off and get it, he really understands because he's been in college for a while, like most of us have. So.
One more?
Yeah, I'll ask you, Nigel, just 2 games in, kind of what you like the most about what you've seen on court in these 2 games, and maybe something that you think that you guys want to be better at for this next one.
But yeah, I like how we're sharing the ball. I don't know how many assists we had today, but 17. So yeah, that's really good. I mean, we're sharing the ball really well. We're scoring a lot of points in both games. I feel like everybody is playing their role to the T, and that's what we need. One thing we could definitely work on is still our defensive presence. I feel like guys are still scoring a little too much in these games, and we have a certain level of expectation that we hold guys to. I forgot exactly what that number is, but I just feel like we could definitely be a little bit better on defense, and once we, get better at that, I feel like I'll be really happy with the team.